Alright, welcome back everyone. Picking up from last time where we had that nice little scare right by the piano, we found the latest journal page, or not journal page from the Tome of Eternal Darkness on the piano. So let's get this started.
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors. In the context of history, one man's champion is another man's nemesis, hero or murderer. Much has been written, but what has not is far more interesting. The Tome of Eternal Darkness mentions a Venetian artist and architect of the Renaissance named Roberto Bianchi. Roaming abroad to find inspiration, he was captured by a warlord expanding his empire. He forced Roberto to use his architectural and engineering skills to construct a monument to his greatness. To complete his task, he must survey the site.
Survey the site quickly, dog, and maybe you'll live long enough to see the sacrament's construction. Did you think we would trust you, Bianchi? Even though you are graced with the generosity of our liege, you are still his prisoner. As I said, finish your work quickly, and maybe we'll drag you out of this hole.
Alright, and thus begins this adventure. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this chapter, but what we have to do is go through every major area in this map or whatever, and survey it. As was mentioned in the cutscenes and whatnot, this is a big-ass monument to his emperor's greatness or whatever. Just keep in mind that, this is all, again, very familiar, and this is all, just part of one really big monument in the desert, some of which might seem a little bit familiar, so, a frantic worker looking for answers. He hopes Roberto is there to save them and longs to see his family and friends, so for whatever reason this guy's wigging out, but, well, let's continue further. I believe, actually, that every... Oh, maybe the green areas? No, they're not. Oh, they're the ones with the X's on them. They're the ones that we have to survey. Which is kind of nice, I guess. Though... Oh, yeah, there we go. I was going to say it wasn't showing us all of them. But they're really not too hard to miss, so it's not going to be too traumatic. The only reason I am not a huge fan of this chapter, like I said, having to survey each individual area. Oh, do I have a weapon? I have a torch. Well, so I can smack him around a little bit, but I don't think that does any damage. Well, I think it does a little bit of damage, but not much at all. I'm just gonna run away from him for now. This nice dead body here. One of his fellow slaves lies dead. Awesome. His skin has been gnawed upon, spilling his innards into the dusty floor. All right. Well, that's pretty sweet. I'm just gonna run like a bitch. But having to survey each site, I don't know. It feels a little bit like busy work. Like they couldn't really think of something else. Because when it comes to surveying, here's how it goes. You hit examine. Gives a nice description, which is nice. You know, perhaps with some reinforcement, this might be able to suit the reinforcements of the monument. And then it just kind of gives a big pan of it, and then you're done. So I don't know. It seems a little bit redundant, but you know, whatever. He's an architect. I guess this is what architects do. I don't know any architects myself, so I guess I don't have much to compare it to. Seeing some crossbow bolts, which indicates or hints that we might be getting us some sexy ass crossbow action, which probably isn't surprising to anybody. Oh, here we go. It's a nice melee weapon, a scythe or something of the sort. Standard weapon of most Middle Eastern armies. Well, hot diggity damn! Let's equip this mamma jamma. And Roberto is a little bit out of shape, so he runs really slowly and he gets out of breath pretty quickly. So it's that's another thing, is that this chapter is a little bit slower than others, if not literally. So we encounter this nice gated area with some inconspicuous blue corpses sitting in the corner there. Should I pull a lever? Eh, why not? Feeling frisky. Oh, what a shock. The corpses come to life. We've never seen that before. Cut his head off and pick the next one. Gee, I wonder which one that one opens up. And it continues in this fashion until we've got just one more left. I can't... Okay, there we go. Pull the lever, of course, while this guy, this zombie next to me just bleeds out. Always like in these cutscenes, everything but the main character and whatever is changing freezes in motion. So all the corpses will just stay where they are, or in this case keep bleeding. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, that's right. I always forget that these guys they're weak, but they're I guess resilient. I think that's not the word, but I don't know. They it's like they go down easily, but then they just come back up, so that they don't know when to stop, I guess. Alright, the zombies are disposed of. We may continue on our merry adventure. I don't know if it's that merry, but whoa! Oh, sorry. I was gonna say there was a guy right here. Where did he go? Crossbow bolt sitting on this nice, like very convenient pedestal. Can we talk to this guy? Some of them you can't talk to. Yeah, there we go. Babbles incoherently about worms devouring his countrymen, and that Roberto will be next. Well, we've seen zombies, we've seen bone thieves, those guys that hide inside of people's bodies. I don't think we've seen worms yet, so that's a little bit peculiar. Sexy ass motherfucking crossbow. Equip that mamma jamma. I sure do use that word a lot, mamma jamma. It's like one of my catchphrases, I guess. What's this guy? What do you got to say? Oh, he says the exact same thing. Ooh, yes. Tome of eternal ass face. Tome of eternal sexiness. Tome of temporary sexiness, and there's one for Paul Luther. The last time met a grisly end by the hands of by the claws of that big red monster thingy. Don't really have a good word for it, to be honest. Alright, sweet. And I always wonder, like, is he just standing there, or does he actually go down there? I mean, that guy was watching him the whole time, so did he just see Roberto go down this oh, what's up, buddy? So surprised to see Roberto, he confesses to cowardice. He stayed behind while others ventured further. When screams of others echoed off the walls, he dared not move. So for whatever reason, there's some shitty shit going on. Oh, hey! I almost walked right into his ass. And more in the horizon as well. Let's deal with them one by one. It's great that I just so happened to conveniently equip the crossbow. It's almost as if I knew ahead of time. It's like I have superpowers. I don't really... I wasn't that prepared. I was just... I like using ranged weapons more often, because the first few times I played through... Oh, oh, yeah, collapse roof. I guess I probably... I want to go to the ladder. I've mentioned this before, but I had a habit of never using the ranged weapons when I originally played this, so I'm trying to make up for lost time, I suppose. And a mother effing guardian. God, these things are the worst. And when you have a slow character, it's even... Pardon me. It's even more frustrating. But, I don't know. Actually, I think Roberto's quick enough, so it's not too bad, but... Yeah. Once you get a nice pattern going, it's really not too bad. It's just more annoying than anything. Oh, you again. Didn't I cut your head off earlier? I think we've all had we've all been in that situation, am I right? Yep. Yeah, those are the worst. Oh, hey, new spell. For summon zombie. Ooh, and it shows us how delightful. It's the exact same spell as the Summon Trapper spell. At least it uses the same runes and all these other things. It's just a more powerful version of that. So instead of oh yes, and the eerie red blood evil vibe goes away. But yes, instead of summoning a giant super trapper, which would actually be pretty sweet. Just imagine that like I don't know, that'd be a good end boss or something like that. Though they only take one hit to kill anyway. But no, instead of summoning a super trapper, this is what we get. And I'm really small. What's that about? Huh. Okay, that's another one of my favorite sanity effects, because it's not quite as subtle as whenever you grow large, but I don't know, I just like to imagine how that, like, some characters, like when they're going through a sanity effect, they'll kind of whimper a little bit. It's interesting to see how that unfolds. But I don't know, I always wonder how I would react to such a situation. It's like, well, let me just oh wait, I can't tell what's going on over there. Yeah, How would I react to growing tiny? Oh, they're duking it out. Oh, I see how it is. Okay, well, just do what I've done before and just... Ouch! They can still zap me, though. Oh, I think he killed the red guy. Cut off his head. And he's gonna die like a bitch, because that's what he does. Hey, the boo-boo. Get some picnic baskets. There are more bugs crawling across. Oh wait, no, those are rats. Okay, I thought those were bugs crawling across the screen, but no, they're just little rat friends. Yeah, I don't know how I'd react if I climbed down a ladder and found that I was shrinking even further. And if for those, judging by my screen name, I'm actually very short in real life, so that's the last thing I need. Yes, being thrown against the wall with such ferocity that it had collapsed. And I can't tell from the grammar, does it mean that the wall collapsed or his body collapsed? Though there is that collapsed wall area. Oh. And I have no way of proving this, but I didn't hit the button just now. I didn't hit the attack button. And that's I guess a mini sanity effect that really isn't, I mean, I have no way of showing that, but still. Like there are a few times where like a character might be running down a hallway. Say with it right here with a crossbow, like where he may randomly target one of the rats and shoot him. It's like, dude, I didn't want to do that. It's like my character is secretly an asshole. Oh, hey zombie, what's up? Well, I didn't want to talk to you either then. Okay then. I know what I'm not wanted. And another Ocarina of Time-esque barring of the door. Flesh has been devoured in places and decomposition is already set in. So we can assume that these guys have been here for a while, which sucks. Now I've never, you know what? I need to do this more often. I need to start saving on a regular basis. There is no there's no auto save. You just have to do it on your own. We're gonna see in a little bit that we have to revisit this, but okay. I've actually never tried that with the actual character before. So I was like, you know what, let's save and actually try this out. And now for future reference, we can see what happens when the game over screen happens. Nice skull with eyes, I guess. Is he smiling? With no one to stop their diabolical plans, humanity will surely be annihilated.